Over here playing around. I'm over here playing around. Good morning. Good morning. How do you do? What is today? That's Thursday. It's Thursday. Good morning. How's everyone this Thursday? I am a little mind blown. I don't know if I like that. I'm still playing around with this stuff, y'all. Like one day I'll have like this studio, like shut up, like bam. But anyway, good morning. Hey, good morning. Listen, so yesterday was a doozy for me. Like mine, you know, I had a session, it's a golden light session with my friend Leela Simmons. Shout out to Leela. An amazing session. By the way, I gotta also give a shout out to, hold on, my shirt, I Create My Life, from PLA, Progressive Love Academy. This is where we're at right now. The back of the shirt has the tenets: no victims, no villains, no shame, no blame, no cop-outs, no dropouts. But this is where we're at today. And it's interesting that I chose this shirt today that goes along with what happened yesterday. So I had this beautiful golden light session with my friend Leela, and you should just look up Leela on here. It's Lila Simmons, and you should get a session. But she took me through this exercise, and one of the questions that my spirit team asked or was saying to me was like, where are you nourishing yourself? Like, where are you actually taking care of you? And, I realized that I've been caught up in busyness, right? So, like, please don't think that because I come on here and I seem to have the courage to do live streams. Maybe it's just a natural thing for me and I don't mind. That I'm not doing like my own internal work or going through my own internal shit, because I am, and so I've been caught up in a lot of busy lately. And it's been good, but I wanted to talk to you guys about being busy for busy's sake versus like being busy and focused, and what I've learned from that experience, and also about learning to resonate with your own orgasmic frequency, with the frequency that is you. I'm trying to figure out which one I want to start with. I feel like I want to start with the orgasmic frequency. Yes. Okay, so orgasmic frequency. We know that we are all energy beings, I hope. If you don't know that, hi, welcome to my page. I'm Debbie Maishan. I believe that we are all energetic beings. So welcome to this party. If you are, so I took physics. I did not do well in physics. I thought I was just going to learn about how roller coasters work, but I did not do well in physics. But I understand like some of the basic ideas of it, right? And the flow of energy and matter and things of that nature. So if you believe that you are an energetic being, then that means you carry a specific frequency. And much like your fingerprints are like, do you guys like, and I said this during the 40 days, but I want you to really understand that every single human being who was ever formed and created has different fingerprints. How many people live on the planet? Every single person who lives on this planet has a different swirl. It is a signature of who you are. And I want you to kind of be in awe at the magnitude of that, because we think because we share skin or certain hair textures or where we come from geographically or our religion, that we're somehow just part of this mix, and we're not really these individuals. There's no one literally on this planet like you, simply because there's no one else who has your fingerprint. Just that alone. There's no one else. And I need you to get that in your head. I need you to go, wow, there's an intelligence that created us so individually that the swirls on the tip of my finger don't look like the other 7 billion people on this planet. So taking that into account, that also means that you are the only person on this planet who carries your energetic frequency, your orgasmic frequency. And when I say orgasmic, it doesn't necessarily mean intercourse, though that's lovely. And I prescribe that for people as often as they, feel that they need to have that. But orgasmic is also an energy frequency. Orgasm is waves. Like when they're studied, when they hook up the electrodes, especially to women, they're waves of energy that flow through. The way orgasm works is there are phases that, it crests up and then it goes down, and it crests up and it goes down until you reach that point of climax. So orgasm is energy. Your orgasmic frequency is that frequency, which is your soul's desire, which is I don't want to just say the purpose, because when people think of purpose, then it's like, all right, what am I here to do? But I want you to think more about who you're here to be. Like, who are you here to be? And what is that frequency? I asked this question in my coven this morning, right? Who are you here to be? What is that energy like? Because you are it doesn't matter if 5 other people have your name, same first and last name, it doesn't matter. There's no one else on this planet of 7 billion people who carry your frequency. So what frequency did you come here to share with humanity? And I want you to kind of feel into that, because that's a little different. That's like, ooh, it's like zzz. It's like an electric feeling. Because what you do with that frequency is neither here nor there, to be honest with you, right? You can carry certain energetic frequency and take that and go be a doctor, a lawyer, a nurse, an exotic dancer, a baseball player, roller derby. That might be the expression of the frequency, right? What you do with it is the expression of the frequency. But what is it? And the truth is that only you know that. No one else can tell you what that frequency is. No one can tell you what it is. People can help guide you to understanding it. People can assist you in asking you questions and doing the breath work and the somatic work with you to help you uncover that frequency. I'm one of those people. But no one can come to you and say, oh yes, this is what your frequency is. It is an internal knowing. And then once you understand that frequency, or not understand it, because sometimes I don't understand mine, I'm just being real. Once you know that frequency, then it becomes a choice for you. Do you choose to step into it and live your life from that frequency, which might shift what you do, which might shift who you think you are, which might cause some things in your life to like, so you have a choice. Do you step into that orgasmic frequency, that thing that when you feel it, when you know that it's true, that it's you, that it is your soul, and it lights up, like I always see it like this, like this, when I visualize it. So it looks like a strand of yellow electric energy that shoots through me when I visualize it. When I feel it, I feel it up my man, help me. Too many tantra terms. I feel it through my vagus system, which is if your spine is from a side view, if your spine is here and this is your back, the vagus system runs like parallel to your spine. It's not in your spine, but it's parallel. I feel it in my vagus nervous system, and so I literally feel it it comes from my pussy and shoots up my back through my head and comes up and stops here. Whenever I do readings, whenever there's something that I know is not me speaking, it's soul specifically speaking, it starts in my pussy and then shoots upward. So that's how I visualize it, and that's how I see it. It will feel like something totally different to you, right? I don't know that, but it could feel like tingling in your toes. It could feel like a wave of cold air that comes over you. It could feel like heat that rises from in the center of your chest. But whatever it is, however it comes to you, that's your frequency. That thing, and there you might not have English for it because it's a feeling, it's a frequency, and our language is limited, and we don't speak universe. Like English, American English is not like universe doesn't speak American English, right? It speaks in frequency, it speaks in light and sound. So you will feel it, you might visualize it, and then you'll know this is your frequency. It will feel like you've landed in something in your body. So the choice is, do you step into that frequency? Do you live from it? Because sometimes it could be scary. Or do you choose to kind of try to live in the frequency that's been handed to you? The frequency that is the mainstream world. And please understand that everyone who comes here has that choice. That's the free will piece. Some people are ready. And I say this because some of us get into like proselytization, like some of y'all left the church because it was like, no, you're trying to force me to do too much. And then you know what you go out and do? You go, Debbie Maisha was talking about finding your frequency today. You got to find your frequency. We got to help you find your frequency. We got to get you into you're doing the same thing. Like you're doing the same thing, right? We can't force people to live in whatever their frequency is. Okay, some folks just came and they're like, no, I'm good. I'm gonna just stay right here with my blinders on. Some people are like, I know I'm here to kind of wake me up. Some people come and they're like, I know I'm here to be a beacon of light for people who would like to be woken up. But we can't, like I said in that meme thing I posted, but we can't force anyone to live in their frequency. And that can be painful. That's why it's a choice, because you stepping into your orgasmic frequency is y'all go back and watch The Matrix. It's like Neo in The Matrix. Imagine you're doing your thing and then all of a sudden you open your eyes and you're looking at energetic signatures and binary codes and things of that nature. And you want to go, yo, do you see this? And people are like, see what? And you're like, look. And they're like, I don't see anything. And it can be lonely to step into your orgasmic frequency. It can be lonely at first and difficult if you don't have a tribe, if you don't have support. And it's totally understandable if you're like, yeah, never mind, I don't want to see that. Because I don't want to give up that. I mean, I might leave everybody behind. Everybody that I know now, my whole life as it is right now, might not be my life in 5 years. And then what would it be? And who would I be? And the unknown is so scary. It might be easier for me to just stay here. And there should be no judgment around that. Some of you will say, I want to step into that frequency. I can't not do it. If I don't, something will die inside of me. Like, I have to do this. And for those of you, I say, welcome. Come on. The water's warm where we're at. It's still scary as fuck. You still might let some people go and your life still might get turned all Fresh Prince and whatnot, you know? But because you're living in your orgasmic frequency, the amount of peace that you feel just cannot be measured. It cannot be measured. So that's the choice that you have. It's your frequency. No one else has it but you. No one, like fingerprints, no one else has your energetic frequency on this planet, not in your town, not in your state, not in the United States of America. No one else on this third rock from the sun, which means no one else in this solar system, which means no one else in this galaxy, which means no one else in this universe has your energetic frequency, your orgasmic energetic frequency. Can you sit with the power of that, of knowing that you are the one, like we're all the one? Because what that means is that people who you are following on here, you know, like I love M. Rain. She's amazing. One of my teachers is Ferry Chase. She's awesome. I listen to stuff that Namaste Moore has to say. Good info. Those are their three distinctly different women. They all say much of the same things, but they are three very distinctly different women. And if you follow all three of them, you know what I'm saying. They'll be telling you, like, you could look at their live streams one day and it'll be like the message has a thread of similarity, but the way they each are speaking about it is completely different. Eh? Because no one has a frequency like each of them. And some of you are looking at it like, yeah, like they got specialness, like somehow they, you know, no. It's just that they tapped into their individual orgasmic frequency. And they've decided to be willing to bring that frequency to the world to help each of you uncover what your frequency is in a general manner of speaking. But that means that just like they have an individual frequency that does that shit, so the fuck do you. So do you. So while you're sitting watching someone else's live thinking, yeah, they got that. It's like, you got it too. And that's actually what they're trying to tell you. You might not choose to go live. And so you think because you're not going live, right? And you're not speaking to the public like this, you don't have that. You don't have that. Maybe yours is different. Maybe it's the way you speak to your friends. Maybe it's the way you speak to your family. Maybe it's your coworkers. Maybe it's your church. Maybe it's the community service you do. Maybe it's not this. You think because you're not doing something on social media, it means somehow you don't have that same powerful orgasmic frequency flowing through you. And I'm here to tell you that is absolutely untrue. We are all the one because there's no one else like you on this planet. So then it becomes a choice. Am I stepping into my orgasmic frequency or not? If you don't want to, that is cool, right? Like no one should be like shamed for wanting to stay asleep, because you can actually cause someone more damage trying to drag and it is not your job to rescue their ass anyway. You can cause someone more damage by trying to like shake them awake than if you just let them do what they're doing. Leave them be. That's not your job. It's not your responsibility. That's you trying to control them. Is that what your orgasmic frequency is telling you to do? Is your orgasmic frequency telling you to go control people? Most of y'all grew up with Jesus. Was Jesus like, you have to listen to me? Okay? I'm here to save you. I told you, if you just follow what I'm saying. Can you imagine? Like, does that even make sense to you? Can you imagine? Can you imagine if the Buddha walked around and was like, no, I know you have to meditate. You have to. Like it's the only way that your life is gonna change. How could you not want to do that? Look at me. Do you not see how calm I am? Do you not see how relaxed I am? Because I meditate, and you could be relaxed just like me. And the person's looking at you like, you don't seem relaxed though, bro. Like you seem real tight right now. I don't know if this is working for you. Right? So it's not your job to do all that. So let people sleep who want to sleep. Let people who don't want to step into that frequency of whatever that is, it's cool. You do it, and then you find your people. And sometimes you be alone for a little bit, and maybe you need to be alone for a little bit to cultivate that frequency, to cultivate that strength, so that you don't get with your tribe of people and just get sucked in, right, to someone else's frequency. And oh, yeah, I could be like that person, and I could be like this person. It's like when there are women who come to me and they're like, oh, I see your Instagram stuff. I want to be sensual like you. And I'm like, I don't want you to be sensual like me, because you can't. Because I'm me. I want you to be sensual like you. Like, I don't want you doing things that make you feel like you think sensuality is supposed to look like, and it's not your frequency. It's not who you are. Then you're inauthentic and you're doing shit for show. Mm-mm-mm. Find your frequency. So all of this came didn't all come to me yesterday, but the reason why it was so big yesterday is because, after my session with Leela, and my spirit team speaking to me, and trust came up, and me needing to trust my frequency. Cause for the most part, I live in it, but I'm still like, I don't know. And then the idea of being devoted and committed to my frequency, like, freaked me the fuck out. Like, I was like, I don't know if I want to, like, devoted. Like, that sounds a little deep to me, right? That's like, then I have all these pictures in my head of people like going to church every Sunday and, doing this and playing with rosaries and, and like extremism and dogma. And so I had to, and I'm going to go look up the definition of devoted and committed today, because I think that will help me. But I realized that there was some childhood things around what I thought devotion and commitment were, based on my family structure. And in my child's mind, what I associated devotion and commitment with abandonment and like a lack of support and codependency. it's funny how as children, like that's in my child's mind, when I heard devotion and commitment, that's what came to my mind. Codependency, abandonment. So of course I wouldn't want to do that. So I had to think back and go, oh, because that's kids' mind. That's not the truth. That's what my 12-year-old self saw, felt from what I thought those things meant. And in some ways, devotion and commitment is not an abandonment of, but it is a leaving behind of egoic self, in the sense that when you choose to be devoted and committed to this frequency that's coming through you, you're making a choice to be devoted and committed to the soul portion of you and not the egoic portion of you. And so in that sense, there is a bit of abandonment, if you know what I'm saying, without the icky feeling about it, but leaving behind. And I had to say, oh, so is there still fear of me leaving myself behind? Like I said, right, when you step into your frequency, there are parts of you that are going to have to die. And I realized that there were parts of me that I was still trying to hold on to, stories of me, of who I thought I was, of my personal collective, that had become so much me, that was almost as if I left that behind, I would no longer be Maisha. But here's the thing, as I say that, I realized that I left Maisha, I started to leave her behind when I changed my name on social media to Devi Maisha. Because there are people who don't even know. There are people who just call me Devi. And I did not realize that in doing that, I was already leaving parts of what that name and that identity and what I thought that frequency was. I was already saying to myself on a subconscious level, that's not who you are. That is the totality of the experiences that you've had, but it's not who you are. That's why if you're my coven, you watching this live, you're going to be able to go back and answer that question, yes, on a deeper level, because you get what I'm saying here. So Maisha was a totality of experiences that were born from these two parents and lived in this place. But Devi Maisha is still me. But it's me living through my soul, through my orgasmic frequency. And in order to fully be devoted and committed to that frequency, I cannot continue to carry the stories that Maisha was holding on to. I can't take those where I'm going. All right, I'm on here longer than I intended, so I'm not going to talk about busyness for busy's sake today, because I feel like this is good and this is enough. And to talk about that now would seem really trite and like, so I'm gonna leave this where it is right now. So I invite you, if you are a woman, I invite you to come join us in the coven. There will be much more to do in there. There are rituals. There are monthly sisterhood talks. This is one of the questions that is being posed in the coven. There will be more prompts like this in the coven. So you're more than welcome to join us if you're interested in that. And I really didn't mean to come on here and talk about it, but I figured since I kept mentioning it, I might as well say something. If you're interested in joining the coven, DM me and we can have a conversation about it and see if the coven is a good place, for you. All right. Okay. I love you all. Enjoy your Thursday. It's Thor's Day. Yeah, I know. These are like white gods, blah, 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 blah. It's the energy of the frequency, y'all. It's the archetype. So is this Thor is Shango, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but I'm trying to go off memory, but I believe Thor and Shango are the same. So it's Shango's day. That too. Anyway, it's a day of purpose. It's a day of Jupiter. It's a day of, you know what? If you are looking to shift your money since the moon is waning, his little witchy tip for you, little base witchy tip. But if you're looking to shift your money as the moon is waning on a day like today, you can ask for Jupiter's assistance. You can ask for Thor's assistance, Shango's assistance, but you can ask them to remove any obstacles that may be in your way that are preventing your money blocks. Please understand that when you ask for obstacles to be removed, please be prepared, because you think obstacles being removed means you get a raise. An obstacle being removed might mean you lose your job because another better one is coming, right? So I want you to understand how the universe works. So just putting that out there. All right. Love you all. Enjoy your Thursday. And I will see you back here tomorrow morning. Bye.